Okay, now you can see perfectly. All right, so let's work on this little gnome guy first of all. And everything's out of whack on the way I usually paint, but I think we'll get you down here a little closer. All right, so I base coated this already, and I'm going to go in here with, let's see, I want some gold dots, but first of all, I've got to shade his hat. I want to make him dimensional here. Now he's got a blue beard only because I needed something to make his beard more dimensional. So his beard will be white. Maybe if I can get the white open. There we go. But you can get all these fairy garden items so cheaply at Dollar General, Dollar Tree. I did pick some up at Brittany's store the other day, but now I've got so much left over that now I'll be able to have my grandkids come over and they'll be able to make little gardens for their mom. It's a great project to do with your kids. I had even thought about painting, letting them paint their own rocks with their names on them and the year. Would be really cute. And put those in their fairy garden. Okay, to cover that blue, we're going to need a couple of different coats of the white. So we're going to let that dry up a little bit. And we're going to shade his face. Oh, well, Gwen, welcome. They have had some very, very nice projects going on. So you can go back and watch the replay. I was unable to put the link in my caption to go live. So Chris, you're here. Would you put the link for the Sparkle Room right here? And then you can go back and watch all the replays. I don't know why I always have that problem. I can't put any links in my captions until I'm done. Okay, let me shade right here at the bottom of his hat. And this set wasn't very much. It was like $3. You got a mushroom and 3 different gnomes. A little brown there on his hands. You could probably do these with markers as well. I was watching Chrissy with her lettering. If you did not catch her live yesterday, if you were interested in lettering, she had a very good segment yesterday. And she recommended some brush markers, and I went ahead and ordered them off of her Amazon link. So I'm anxious to get those. All right, let's give him a gold belt and some gold dots up there. She is. She was very good at lettering. Hi, Elsie from Greenfield. I am on I-70. I'm about an hour and a half from you over in the Illinois side. So when I was at Hobby Lobby, I have never tried these paints. And I bought the liquid gold because I watched Chris and some of the other ladies use that. But I make prints of everything I paint because then I make them into multiple different things. So I love this Extreme Sheen from Deco Art. It's really a pretty color and it picks it up on the links. Judy, you will be able, if anybody's got Christy's link from her live yesterday, they could post it. Otherwise, I will post it in my group for you as well. Create with Christy. There you go. All right, and I want, before you use the gold, it's really best to paint it white first of all, so that it has something to stick to. But he looks like he's got some cute little cheeks right there going on. So I'm going to go ahead and put a little bit more white in his beard. And then we'll be able to shade out his mustache. And we're going to highlight on his boots with just a little bit of white. Just dry brushing here. Then add in the gold. So gnomes are one of my favorite things to paint. It's snowmen first and then gnomes. And I think that's, I could get by for the rest of my life with just painting gnomes and snowmen. And add just a little touch of white to his nose. Okay. While that's drying up, let's go ahead and letter on top of this wallpaper. So this was a section of a brick. And let's get this out. Now I just paint with regular Apple Barrel. Apple Barrel is my favorite black paint ever. It has the best consistency. Thank you, Tammy. Hi, Darlene. Yes, you could put sequins and gnomes and all of that on there. Like for 45 minutes for me to put all this together, it'd take a while. But yes, it would be very cute with little rhinestones on it. Okay. So we're just going to brush this in. Get that one out of the way. And so I was interested in the way Christy lettered because it's totally different than what I do pretty much. And what's good about this wallpaper, and it's not stuck on anything yet, I don't have to worry if I don't make it all the way across because I can just cut it off. So when you're lettering with a paintbrush, I love these. It's a Master's Touch 30/0, and you can get them at Hobby Lobby. And they are perfect for being able to letter. They carry a lot of paint on them. Instead of having to constantly go back and forth getting paint, it'll let me go quite a ways. So I'm going to fatten the left side of each of my letters just to give it a little bit more variation. And always keep part of your hand down on your surface, and that keeps you from shaking. Okay, and then we're going to do the garden in my favorite font, which is cursive, of course. Hi, Michelle. Thank you for joining us. Hi, Jerry. Thank you, Darlene. And Teresa. See, I'm not really good with a paint marker. I just don't have the control with a marker, it seems like. For one thing, when I started, I could never find the perfect markers. But it's learning your pressure. Just like if someone were to teach me how to knit or crochet, and it depends on your tension. Well, mine depends on the pressure that you apply. Like all my bristles are down, it'll make my line thicker. And when I stay on the tip of my brush, it's thinner. Kind of the same way that a brush marker works, actually. And if you're doing cursive, one of the easiest ways to make your letters interlock is to always end with that hook. That hook's really important. So I like to do it all out that way first and then go back, because that way if I make a mistake, I don't have to erase out a lot of thick lines. You kind of learn as you're going along that you really want to be careful because you don't want to have to go back and do it all over again. Yes, it is to stop thinking about it and just let it go. I think that's why I do so well when I go live on my business page and paint that way, because then my mind isn't on, isn't on the details. It just kind of flows if you don't think about it and just do it. But it's the same way. When you're starting, you want to push down if you want it thick. See, all my bristles are about down. And then as I'm coming to the end, I'm lifting my brush up so that I'm right on the tip as I put my hook out. Let's see. Kind of hard when your paper's all rolled up too, but it's working. So what's nice about wallpaper, I know you hear a lot about napkins. I love wallpaper because you can get them in so many different backgrounds. And so when I paint something, I paint it because it's going to be used on a lot of different things. So it's going to be turned into a print. So when you do it on wallpaper, once this is dry, we'll take the back off and just apply it right to wherever we want it to go. And it sticks to wood really well. And then you don't have to do a background. So I used to be one of those people that would buy up the wallpaper books back in the 90s when it was really popular. And then with the wallpaper books, you had all those different backgrounds, kind of like they do with the napkins today. Yes, I did thicken all of the downstrokes. And now we're going to let this dry before we attach it, because otherwise I'll have a mess. So wallpaper is a painter's best friend. I know the napkins are a big part of the creative community, but when you take this wallpaper, hey Donna, you want to get me that roll of wallpaper on the island? But so I have a big rooster painted on there. Didn't have to do any background or anything. It was amazing. So let's put that there. Let's shade up our little guy here. Make his beard more separated out from his mustache. So here's my roll of wallpaper. I just buy it off Amazon, actually, because it was my backsplash is why I have this. But you can get it in wood tones of all kinds. And it's easy. You know, sometimes on scrapbook paper, it can wrinkle up on you. Napkins maybe. This does not wrinkle because it's got a sticky back on it. So next time you're at one of the stores, check out their wallpaper books. Oh, I never thought to paint it on clear contact paper. Pam, they make wallpaper that you just stick to the wall. Of course, now it's going to want me to separate it like you do napkins. I should do, see? And then you have a sticker. And you can, if you have a big piece, this is exactly how I put it on my wall. Take that off and you stick it on. And there you have wallpaper. So make sure it's a sticky back and then you don't have to use that old paste that we used to use a long time ago. All right, I want to separate out his beard colors. So I'm going to touch down in just a little bit of the brown right on the corner of my brush. And this is just a small shader brush. You can get these at Hobby Lobby. And I want to come in here and shade right under that mustache right there. Okay, and then on the other side as well. Oops. And then right here, we'll kind of separate it out. Under his hat, we'll create a shadow. So now you can see that the shadows really make him look better. Now he's not looking so flat like a coloring book, because I don't want a coloring book look. I want him to look, you know, dimensional. Hi, Kimberly. Thank you, darling. Let's see, just a little bit more brown here. So I just want a tiny bit of brown right on the edge. And then I can come in here and separate out the hairs in his beard. And there he is. I could also go in, and if I had more time, to go around each of these little dots. And they would look cute with little rhinestones glued onto him. But there we have a gnome. Now let's glue his thank you, Yvonne. It turned out really cute. Love him. All right, now we got to find where these little wings are going to go. So what I do when I'm done is I just use a clear outdoor sealer. I'll spray him, and then that way he will have a little shine to him. Oh, he looks like a little butterfly. Okay. Let me spray him before I put the feathers on there. Donna, you want to go spray this little guy? That way we don't get the spray on. Oops, the wrong one. That was my practice. Now I just want to go around the word garden with a little bit of gold here. Probably not going to show up on camera very well, but when I show it to you, you'll see it a little bit better. There we go. I'm good with that. I could also go in with a little bit of white, and I could actually go into the black part of my letters here, and that will just kind of break up so much of the black. And then we've got a little sign. Just another excuse to go to Hobby Lobby. I stock up on these. These are such nice brushes, and that's all I've used for years on all of my work. How you made the things in your garden. I really did not make anything for my garden. I bought all the things. I'm a painter more than I am doing the little crafty things. I'm not as creative. So I bought my little guys. Let's see. Here's my hair dryer here. Let's dry this up, and we'll go ahead and put it on the terrarium. Hi, Levon. Thank you, Vicki. The wallpaper is a nice surface to paint on as well. It doesn't have a grain in it like the wood would, but it's very, very nice to paint on. All right, let's hot glue some wings to this guy, and he's going to be kind of the center of attention inside of this garden. Hot glue those. And there we have a little fairy gnome. All right, so that was my crafty part. Now let's put it all together. I'm not sure if that is dry enough, but I'm going to raise you up. I'm going to keep you at this angle. For a while. I think you'll be able to see it a little bit better. So let's take this off. So if you did not see the first part, here's the baby scale. It's an old vintage one that we got at the auction. Once I am done with this as a fairy garden, I will be painting the top of this white, and it will be Baby Frosty's something. So I'll paint the snowman on it with a little bit of snow down here and a cute saying about a snowman being born. So that's what I like to do. I love to paint on vintage items. So let's put our little terrarium house. And I bought this at the florist shop. It is all glass. I went ahead and put the dirt in there. Wrapped some lights from Dollar General. And then we're going to take our sign here. If we can get it to come off the paper. While I was at the, actually it was an antique store a couple days ago, I found a salesman's sample piano. Oh, it's about 2.5 feet tall, plays just like a piano. And I'll be painting it with snowmen all around it. And it'll be like Frosty the Snowman lyrics. I'm really excited about that. All right, so you lay it down just like you do wallpaper. I'm just hoping everything's dry. And then it kind of does double duty because since it is a brick background, it looks nice. And you can reposition it easily. So go on Amazon. It does cost a little bit, of course, to get a roll, but you can use it for so many things. There we go. So we've got Life Began in a Garden, and it looks like it's on a paver. Oh, you gave a vintage scale away? Oh, no. What time is it, Donnie? Oh, excuse me. 20 after? Yeah. Oh, I only got 10 minutes. Let's go, ladies. All right, so we're going to take some of these little plants out. I'm going to bury them here in the dirt. Now, once I'm done, I'll have to go in and add, some dirt around them. But we got some succulents in here. And she gave me an aloe plant too, but I'm not sure. Just a little aloe plant inside of this Dixie cup. Put the aloe in here. All right, now let me see if I can give you a good view. We got all kinds of views going on here. There we go. So far, we've got life in the garden. And we've got all the little succulents, the aloe vera plant. And it looks really pretty. And then we've got, let's pull the lights down that go up here. So it'll all be twinkling when we're done. Now we're going to go back up here. And we are going to put dirt up on this platform. Oops, hold on. So we're going to take this out of the way. Let's put a few of these little crystals in there. We've got some quartz. We've got some onyx. And right up front is going to be my fluorite snail. And he's going to go right in there with those plants. Okay, now I don't remember the names of all of these, but we got some citrine here. I don't know, maybe I will keep this one for myself. We got some aquamarine. And then, what did we do with our little fairy guy? He's going to go back here in the back. And I'm going to raise you up when I get to that point. Right now we're going to top of this. So let's put our terrarium up there first. Oh, isn't he looking adorable? Look at him in there. He is looking so cute. All right, so this battery pack, we're going to hide it under the moss when we're done. But now we just go around and decorate. I've got some dirt here. So let's fill dirt around here. I was also looking at those moss sheets. I think Deb Brown had some moss sheets yesterday that she got from Dollar Tree. So that would be really cute. But I did buy some real moss here. Oh, he looks so cute. You can hardly see him back there behind the plants, but he's back there. Isn't he cute? So maybe after I'm done, actually, I won't have time. I did bring the diamond dust out, but I'll put diamond dust on his hat. That would be so cute. Thank you, ladies. So we do have some fairies here.
5 minutes.
Okay, we got 5 minutes, so let's pull it all together. I'm gonna have to stand up and find all the things. Let's put you just like that. What is back there that you are referring to? This little gnome guy back here, we painted him. See him right there? I put feathers on him for, we got Fairies Welcome. Let's see. Then I've got this little wheelbarrow. I bought these little rocks at the florist shop. And then I've got our little, don't remember what stone he is, but he's going to go right here by the gold. Actually, we're going to put it, we're going to set this little girl on the selenite. Isn't that a pretty piece? That'll recharge her too. Let's put a little bit of the fool's gold, probably right back in here. And then we have a tree of life. So it's going to go right back in here, right beside the terrarium. That looks really good. Oh, I had a bench, but I don't think the bench is going to work. But we'll put another little girl right here. And then, let's see. I've got some big pieces of green moss that we're just going to sit around in areas. Actually, I am kind of creative. Let me take that back. Actually, it's turning out really pretty. All right, tell me when I just got a couple minutes, Donnie. And I could put another little girl there. And we got to make it complete. Since it's a fairy garden, we got to put some little pieces of sage in here. We'll put that around. And I could even take some of this red and poke it in just some little places like this.
2 minutes.
Okay. So I will be posting a picture of what the whole thing looks like once we're done. Let's see. And to just kind of set it all off, I wanted, I think this is going to work. Well, I had some blue rocks that I kind of wanted as the walkway. So let's put the blue rocks there. Let's take the sage off of the pathway. And then we can put this back behind her. Okay, let me give you a clear shot because my 45 minutes is over. So you can see it on the baby scale. And then it ties it in with Life Began in a Garden. And then we have all these little fairies, the gnome fairy that we painted in the background. And it turned out really, really pretty. I'm pretty proud of myself. So, okay guys, thanks for joining me. Remember to join the Sparkle Room and follow me on my page, The Robin's Nest Painting. All right, bye everyone. I will put some red back on it.